So welcome ladies and gentlemen to another casted series between Kibble and Ampersa. So this is the Revolt Royale 2. This is the first match of the series actually, so not a good introduction right there. So this is a 15 minutes 3D if you've been wondering. And this is the Revolt Royale 2. Here we are. So we do have Kibble here as the Dutch. The good see if you've seen Kibble, you know that he plays on the Revolt Royale 1. He actually did one of the first Canadian revolts in the first Revolt tournament. It was super impressive. He almost and he took a game from Julian. Actually was the only person that took a game from Julian. So I expect great, or maybe we have great expectations from Kibble here, that's for sure. The Dutchman and his explorer, and he's going to be playing here down the south of the map. We are on Mexico here. Oh, I didn't know it pauses everything. So trying to make a house right down the mine cancels. But let's go look at what Amperson is up to with the Swedes here playing in the color red on the top of the map. Amperson, the guy that used to be called Ampearson. I don't know if he corrected his name. No deck just yet. Let's see if he got that Thor Explorer. Let's zoom in on him. Let's see the skin. He engulfs that leopard or jaguar. With pleasure. Here we go. Let's rotate the camera back how it was initially. So now he has a nice jaguar here. We're gonna help take out these treasures. We go some decent treasures across the map. Look at this one. That's 80 foot right there. It's a faster age up. 100 foot here going for Kibble. I think at this point we might be able to see their deck. So Kibble's deck for TW. So he has also Amsterdam and Rotterdam bank cards H1. We haven't seen people use these cards just yet into this reward tournament. I was wondering if that could be a thing and they actually can squeeze that in, but then you might actually miss out on the upgrade cards. So that's probably why, especially if you send a bank wagon, you're not going to be able to send one of these, so you can sacrifice maybe a bank wagon for that. However, you do sacrifice time and you might have not enough time to actually build that bank once you revolt, unless you go for something like South Africa, that then you have your villagers still alive and you can still make that extra bank. You do have some extra units over there in H4, but also I don't think we're going to be seeing them as well. Actually 17 routers into, but I think at the minute 16, I think most people that did play USA, for example, for Carbon, try to switch routers for Carbine Cav, they've managed to actually have overpop. So I don't think that's going to be a big issue here for Kibble using units shipments. I don't think that's going to be seeing those cards coming through. And we are aging up with the quartermaster here. We have a couple of people in wood and we are managing for our first bank. And person here is going for the gang saw upgrade for chopping that beautiful wood. Also aging up with the naturalist. So it's gonna give 2 villages and 2 cows. They are now torping these beautiful torps over there in those mines, and he has this copper mine down the north and one here at the left. So we have 3 mines only. So he's gonna be reliant on sending copper mines. I think he's kind of obliged to. Looking at his deck here, also has the beautiful ironworks. We do have blueberries. We've seen people using blueberries in this tournament, which is quite interesting. Just want to keep an eye on both sides at the same time. We got some Swiss bikes. I don't think we're going to be seeing those guys. We have also the German mercenary contracts. That could be a good card. It's actually going to make your Jaegers have 20% more HP and damage. So if you go for that card, I definitely understand. Northern forces as well could be quite good. And even the church card for split cost of 200 coin for Jaegers for 100 wood, 100 food. But then when you revolt to Finland, you actually get them by wood only on your town center. I don't know if you can actually make them from the barracks. So That's another consideration you might have if you want to go for the church card, because then you can actually train them by barracks. Anyways, here you go. We drop in a church here. Person. Kibble sending 600 wood now. He's on his second bank, going for his third. Taking a breather, both of the explorers. I think most of the treasures are gone, apart from this one. It's gonna give you 60 wood. Here comes the minions throw person. Getting log fumes as well. It's gonna be chopping wood pretty fast. Now followed through by ironworks. So we send 3 views, Dominion's ironworks. Have most people on wood, keeping the villa production with the help of the torps and 3 villages on food. I think all the mines now have been torped at this point. A good positioning on the torps here on the mines, because if you misplay this and you don't actually think this carefully, you actually might not fit the 5th torp just in the mine. And he has done a great job here. It's best to have them on mine at this point, especially at the beginning, and then later on you might actually put them someone to the tree lines, as we've seen before. It's gonna allow him to also have that wood income. And there we go, we're starting seeing some of these happening here just in front of his base. Also gonna help with the blocking of the passage into his base. So he's going further away from his torps. He wants to get the wood away from his base, which is actually very clever. I think that's a very good idea. I would even go this far. Because later on, you want to have your village near your base. So I actually definitely would actually take my villages right here. Because it's still within your half of the map. So I would actually put all my villages onto these trees over there. I don't think it matters as much, but there we go. We're getting blueberries being sent by now, which is very interesting. No 700 wood, nothing. We just go straight into blueberries, and we are on a 16 torp population, and then some of them miss the berries, like this one, or did they get them as well? Seems so. Look, this one has a blueberry. I think it was under construction and actually managed to get the blueberry as well. Let me see that one there. Now we have here Kibble at the southern side of the map with 5 banks already. Looking strong, this Dutchman, proud of himself. I want to see. Can I see that, please? Do we have a blueberry there? It is a blueberry. So I thought it was only for existing torps. Torps now spawn blueberries instead of berry bushes. Your berry bushes present on the map also become blueberry bushes and contain more food. Blueberry bushes are got twice much faster by torps. So yeah, actually, all new torps I actually get blueberries, and they are consumed super fast. Look, it is already almost gone. All the food's already consumed them. But this one just spawned. Let's have a look on this. It's gathering a... I wonder if blueberry bushes, they actually contain less food than normal berries, because I think berries got 1,000 food, right? So I wonder if they actually have less food. I don't know if you guys know about this. Interesting. So Sweden getting amalgamation, aging up just now. Let's see if he aged up with the bishop. I think he aged up with the exile prince and went for a faster age up here. Very interesting. And we are gathering some wine on the other side of the map, away from his mines. It's clever. Now he's also getting circular saw, sending up 1,000 coin for that. As H4. Kibble on the other hand with the bishop, and actually gonna get a covered wagon here. And getting the coffee beans. That's one of the problems of casting recordings. Is really easy to miss things and not, and you can't really tell on the market or on the church what has been sent already, which is You gotta really keep track on everything that's happening in the game. Tycoon, so he's gonna age up with the coin. I think that's gonna allow him to actually go with the mercantilism. He's also sending 1,000 wood on H3. Looking pretty good. So he's still on 5 banks. Coffee just arrived. 1,000 wood's gonna follow through, and I think that was gonna be used for more banks. That's Blackbeard's infinite card that has 1,000. You can move. Yeah, the blueberries. I think they have less food, right? That was the question. Is that like 500 food? Seems that it was something like that. Anyway, so here comes H4. It's coming through. We are on 7 banks already. So these are barracks. So he's going for barracks, and then he assumes that he's gonna go for Finland Revolt, and he might have some Jaegers, and maybe gonna have some infantry fight. That's interesting. From Kibble, normally we expect here to age up with the USA from Kibble probably. But let's see. 150, isn't it, like without berries? 150 is too little. That's not, can't be right. See, it has 400 there. It has to be more. Unless he sent blackberries, which I don't sure. This is a blueberry bush. I'm not sure. It was showing like 80 at some point when I was clicking on this. Now I know blackberry is a separate thing. Slow pitch. I'm just showing you when you click here, it shows a blueberry bush. See? Blackberry is a separate thing. It's 200 food without the blueberries are how much? I don't think it's 150. It's way more than that because that's 230 here, and normal berries I don't know. Maybe so. It's low pitch saying the normal berries are 200. So yeah, that's probably like something like 500. I think. I'll check it later. We got some upgrades here. Counter-infantry rifling. We got the second church. Northern Force coming through as well. And Kibble actually sending 1600 wood, followed by the infantry combat. Factories on the floor. Second factory. Both on wood. Very interesting sending the 1600 wood upgrade here. I wonder what you're going to be seeing here. Also, when you revolt to the USA, I'm pretty sure that the skirmishers actually become there's a card you might send. They actually become some sort of upgraded, maybe like a guard, what do you call them, sharpshooters. So I think that's what it is. Don't count me on that. I'm not 100% sure. It's a bit funny like how the base is a bit designed, so it's going to be really hard even for Kibble to move around if he's playing on the defensive side of things. Maybe a little bit more space in between the buildings would have helped him a little bit more to actually complicate the pathing for person. But let's see if he's going to be the aggressor or the defensive here. The defensor. We got an arsenal coming up. That's his first arsenal. And we have an artillery foundry down the front. That's an interesting one here to come. Here comes some walling for person. We are on 40 minutes to go, 40 seconds to go. Person is revolting with Finland Revolt. He did not send the mercenary card, but there was no time for that and chose not to do it. So instead he's going for there we go, he's going for Jaeger combat. We got the Karelian Jaegers right now in the field. We got also the block houses up. We've seen all those block houses being placed defensively so far into this tournament. Karelia is Jaeger straight into the wood chopping. That's exactly what you want to see. Take zombie of this left side of the map, taking some control of that. Here comes the heavies. Some pikes being produced. I think we age up with the pikes. I think they're going to be guard pikes here. Us, you probably age up with the free improvements, and that's there they are. The dark owl pikemen. These guys are not so shabby. They can poke you very, very well. So you also got the northern forest as well. Look how good the wood income is from person right now. And I think we're gonna have a very offensive front here from Kibble as well, coming with the fort in a very aggressive fort. Can he sustain this fort? And if he does, it's gonna be really, really hard for a person here. Right down his face, we got some Karelian Jaegers also loose on the map here. And the fort might go up. That's 54 revolutionary sharpshooters. That, like I said, those skirmishers, they transform into sharpshooters. As I think he sent one of these cards. I think that's the one here. The Morgan's Continental Sharpshooters. Or send some revolutionary sharpshooters and enables them in force to transform all your rifle infantry unit trainers from the barracks with revolutionary sharpshooters. And these guys have 24 range, which is quite a lot compared to a 20 from Phelan here. So they got quite an advantage. And also has some revolutionaries as well. So there's a lot of folks. We're also getting pushed into the factories here. We got a backline from person here as well. Very nice to see this. We got some Gatling guns here in the front. There's a lot of units coming through here. People is putting a lot of pressure. There's the coverings as well. The heavies are just not shooting, and he's gonna actually, oh my gosh, that's not so bad. He can still do this. Managed to shoot down some units. The coverings now is probably gonna take some down of these heavies, but good micro for Kibble. Managed to move everything away, and the coverings are dancing. He decides to move back, and the second factory is from Kibble. This finally goes down. We got the blue guards to defend his base, protect his banks. He is on a 7-6 banks right now, so that's pretty good if he managed to maintain some economy here. Let's look at the person's perspective here. He has a lot of resources, but he's losing on the artillery war here. Discoveries are very important. He cannot lose this these are very, very important units right now for him. There's some Karelian Jaegers on the back. The coverings trying to survive. Very, very nice by person. Try to keep alive this coverings. He has to take these heavies, and I think he's gonna take one now. All the sharpshooters focusing on the coverings. The Jaegers are dancing, and another heavy cannon just arrives. I think Kibble managed to defend his base against that earlier push. Survives another heavy here, and if he's not careful, he's gonna lose that heavy without a single shot. It was a good volley there. The cover is still alive. He's managed to take that heavy, but how about what he does now? There is a lot of reinforcements coming from Kibble here. That's gonna really, really, really hurt persons. He's gonna take him. Oh, look at this. He's saying that the Strellas card, the Strellas horde, or each block house, let me just put it out of the way, we'll do a 5x Strelsi. So he's gonna get some Strellas here. That's gonna really help because he needs a mass right now. He's really, really hurting. Here comes another covering, but the covering is gonna be caught up right in the middle of this mass. And we do have some red lances coming hot from the church. Using that point. Also, you got those beautiful grenadiers. I think the pikes and the Strelsi won't do much here. The Strelsi take so much time to arrive. They are very, very slow shipment. I didn't realize how slow that was. They're very, very slow. Also gonna get 1 Karolian per Torp, which is gonna give him 17 H2 Karolians, I think. I don't think it's gonna be great. We are really hurting here, and I think with the grenadiers he's gonna be sealing the deal. USA is still on 6 banks. Lost all his factories. Was a good investment in that front, but here comes the Karolian H2 Karolians. They can do absolutely nothing against this mass, especially with the grenadiers right now. And I think personally just calls it, ends GG, and Kibble takes the first game. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Here another caster series for the Revolt Royale 2, Kibble versus Person. If you're watching this on YouTube, very welcome, and if you're watching this on Twitch right now, very welcome indeed. And here's game 2, guys. We have British playing by Kibble, and I think Kibble, that's his strength. That's, I think, the sieve that he shined through Julian on the last Revolt tournament. So I think he can do this Revolt pretty well. I think we're gonna see great things from this British Revolt from Kibble. He knows what he's doing, and he knows why he picked the sieve. Opening up with a TP here, and it's John Cena. So we'll be playing British here in the color blue on the right side of the map. Well, we have Amperser playing the Spanish from Barcelona, Espanada Jin. And here we have Spain versus Brits. I think if this was a supremacy game, we would have said that Brits would have a slightly good advantage here into this matchup. But as of late, I've seen after the latest patch we had, I think it's still a hard matchup for Spain. But we've seen people do this actually still succeed. But when it comes to a Revolt, does it count as a normal supremacy match? I don't think it does. I think it's a slightly different. So I think the game goes in completely different spin when it comes to a Revolt tournament. So the supremacy rules do not exactly apply. So it's oh, sorry, I can actually put up the good spot there. You're talking about the scoreboard, because I was playing my own games and I've managed to remove that and forgot to put it back on. One person just managed to snap 35-foot treasure right there, and I think we'll be able to see his deck. We got some funny cards right there that I don't even know what they do, like that one there. What's the team? Hidalgos. Early period foot archers such as crossbows and longmen, and Pac-Man train faster. So it's a fence man for crossbows and longmen. Interesting. We have Advanced Arsenal. We got your beautiful Spanish gold. We got your marvelous ears. We got have ups. We also have the Spanish square, which delivers 20 pikemen and improves pikeman armor by 10%. And also we got coverings, infinite lancers. Got the Peninsula Guerrillas, improves ranged infantry attack and slow skirmishes to see the location of enemies they are recently damaged. And allows, not slow, and allows skirmishers to see the location of enemies they see. So if they shoot someone, they're still going to be able to see them for a while. So that's pretty interesting. It's going for 75 experience. We do have the British aging up with the naturalist. He's gonna get 2 villages, 2 cows. We do have a deck here called Goof. So it's getting a trade post as well. So I think he did send the Greenwich time followed by Virginia Company, and we're gonna be mana booming for a little bit. It's gonna probably snap here this 80 coin into the process as well. Gonna allow him to go to H3 faster, or maybe to get some market upgrades as soon as we see a market. So there's not many treasures left. There's this one here of 100 experience. Here's other one here. The very small treasures. So we are on this, I think, Savannah, right? Yeah. So this is the Savannah map. So you've seen this before. We have this kind of peculiar elevation on the map where the entrances of this map are very small, and once you block these 2 small passages here, you have like control of this completely hidden forest and a couple of mines in the map, loads of hunts, and you can also make I don't know if they have, let me look at this perspective here. You can put a little bit of wall here. Maybe try to block all these animals for wandering, if that was the case. Sometimes I saw these animals actually left here and they start walking that way. That could be a thing, try to block these animals. Let's see. Yeah, people are saying in the chat that it's a very bad matchup for Spain, but that was his counter pick, so he had an option to counter pick this. He's playing from behind, so that was his choice. But maybe he has a plan, or maybe that's the civs that he can play. So we cannot tell. So let's see. He's going for 700 coins, 700 wood. I think he already sent 5 bills. I can't really tell because he's popped. As soon as that house comes through, we'll be able to see if that was just a popped or he sent that already or not. So it was popped, so he did not send, but he did send the gosh, my memory today. Capitalism. Kibble, on the other hand, went for this. I wonder if he already sent something with the trading post here. We can check this by actually clicking over here. So no, there is only those amount of cards. So he did not send anything from the trading post just yet. So you can see that's the. So actually looking at the probably the wrong one here. Yeah, this one here, the Yoruba one. That's so he has not sent none of this stuff yet. We can quickly look at that in a minute. We can see that these guys are chopping at 55. So I think he's on Gangso or maybe Log Fume. I'm not sure. Is it 35? Then you go for 40 something, then 55 with log fume. I think it's just log fume. I'm not 100% sure. So that's only for a stack. So that's Gangso. Thanks so pitch for the comments in the chat. And let's have a look what this trading post they do offer. So this is the House of Yoruba. The House of Yoruba, you got the legionaries inflict poison damage when they're attacking in melee. We also have the unit spawns are clones of itself. So if they got like 10 Yorubas, you send this card and it become 20. And these guys are super strong. They lose HP over time, but they're really strong. And this is like a lancer kind of. I wonder if I think they do area damage or not. I'm not sure. They're like almost like a Spahi, if I was remembering this correctly. Either one of these guys. No, maybe this one here. The Yoruba rider, right? I think that's the one. Yoruba herbalism. All villagers gather wood faster on native and civilian units. Heal slowly when close to trees or berries. That's interesting. Short durations such as the user riders, military irregulars keep 25 of the hit points when lose them less quickly. So you can see that this guy loses their HP over time. And ships to outpost wagons, walls engaged, grants XP upon being built. So if you actually start building walls, you're gonna actually get experience from that. So that's a very interesting one as well. But because this is a native ship, it's not a European settlement, they actually provide you experience. Because I think the European trade posts, they provide you with some extra bonuses like shipments or cav speed, and it has those big buttons just showing up right here. But the native ones, they give you experience over time. So you also have the Akan here. I don't know, I don't want to miss too much, I think, talking about these natives, but we age up with the bishop. We are on a 200 pop. We're gonna arrive into H3 soon, but Spain is already in H3. Going for Spanish gold. Went for the 5 views as well during the transition. Getting that beautiful church. And the villages are 78 here. I think that's amalgamation or place of mines. Yeah, it's probably amalgamation. He's on amalgamation. So he age up with the bishop, going for his second TC. Yeah, it's definitely amalgamation. It's way too much coin per second. So he's going aging up with the cavalry marshal. I think that gives you a couple answers, if I'm not mistaken. So I think I wonder what person's plan is gonna be here. Is gonna go with the Chile Revolt, and Chile Revolt versus like maybe probably gonna be seeing some Canadian Revolt here. He can no longer revolt with the USA, so that's kind of giving, I think, one of the best revolts from Kibble that he can do. What he did on the previous tournament was actually the Canadian Revolt that he got super famous for from taking the games from Julian. And I think that's probably what we're going to be seeing here. I think it's a very okay, so he's up with the Viceroy. It's a very good assumption, that's what I was going to say. So okay, we got a breather here. I'm gonna actually go and read what these natives do. We do have 5 minutes on the clock. So this native we can do the Akan Akobia. So this is a very strong musketeers. They work as, so I think we've seen this unit being shipped quite frequently with the House of Civilization, and they are musketeers. Like they act like grenadiers. They have some additive effect, and we have some interesting cards here. This one here, your military efforts are joined by an account of him that can respawn for free at your home city military arrival point. I join can respawn for free. So if they die, they respawn one time. I think that's what it means. Infantry training movement speed improved. So this is pretty good because it gives you like their build time. It's going to be by 20%. So it gives you like a fencing school. Your infantry is going to spawn faster from barracks. And this one we've seen quite a lot of people using, which is the Akan Gold Economy, which ships 1 gold prospecting wagon. All villagers gather coin from mines faster. And I think this gold economy here, it gives you about, is it 100,000 coin? I think it is a pretty something crazy like this. Is it as the one that gives you the 100,000? Can you guys confirm this? We did talk about this the other day. It's a 5,000 coin. How do you get the other coin, the 100,000 coin? So this is the Akan cocoa beans. All villagers gather food faster from berry bushes, mills, farms, rice paddies, in fields. And we have this Akan palm. Oh, look at that! He's actually sent terrace houses, and now he's actually making villagers really fast here from his houses. So he got 20 houses plus the town center. So he's making 2 town centers. So it's two. So he's making 22 villages at a time. This comes slightly slower than the town centers, as you can see. Nonetheless, the 20 villages spawn pretty fast here. Here comes some spying red lancers in the field. That's the South Africa Revolt that gives 100,000 diamond mine. Oh, that's it. Thanks, Lopich, for clarifying that out in the chat. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Ampersand here. Getting the upgrade on the factory for the heavies, and straight away putting the heavy artillery, making heavies from minute 12, and getting coverings early on as well. And we do have John Cena having a look at everything that's happening in this base. We do have sent what we're gonna send now. So he sent the 4 cubs. He has a lot of coin. He still has a lot of wood to go for his revolt. I still have 1 minute 50 for the revolt, or in a plus 1 minute bonus. So he's quite alright. Kibble's sending out mercantilism, and that's gonna give him a bunch of experience. He got 2 shipments to send. He sent 2 factories after, managed to get maximum pop because of the estate, the Rust estates. This card is such a good card, and it also, you can actually use at some, I don't know if you have here, but when you revolt to Canada, you can send pioneers. We've seen I think he did that very well, where when he's defending, he can use his villagers to fight. They're not so bad, especially if the market upgrades. If you send like the gray coats and the other thingy here, they actually fight quite well. And with pioneers, they tank quite a lot. And you make sure you just have extra food, and you're just making more and more 20 at a time. So that's not so bad. We do have 40 seconds to go here. We're already showing up your units here for Kibble, putting some military front here, threatening to push his base. We have a bunch of musketeers being produced by Kibble. He has a lot of resources. He has 30 seconds to go. He's not going to be able to revolt in time. If Spain comes with pressure, with timing, he might be doing some damage here. We already had the revolt from Canada, though. The only problem with Spain on the other side is he has all his units out, but he's not revolted, and he's gonna have still 1 minute to go. So, oh, the revolt coming just through. Sorry, I missed that. So he's ready to go as well, but Um, let's see what's happening now. He's gonna go with the cav. There's a lot of musketeers, the H2 musketeers, but there's so many of them. We have 59 musketeers, but we have 2 heavy cannons on the field. Here comes some hussars of death. We got the chill revolt, as I was expecting. Some of these villagers. So look, this village has 200 HP, so they're not so shabby, and they probably have. See, they're sending the villagers actually for the fight. He has a lot of food, so he can easily remake them. And I think he got fanciable now from the musketeers. They got a massive upgrade now. They can actually take some of the shots from the heavies. The heavies are not fighting, they're dancing. Now finally takes a shot from the heavies. The hussars of death are making great damage here on the villagers. The revolutionaries are thinning down, and we have more hussars of death coming through from Kibble. We also got some gatlings, I think, on the way. The heavies are dying from villagers. Actually, the villagers are doing great work versus the heavies. Look at that. Look at how much damage the villagers are making against the heavies. They're pretty much like living coverings. Here comes the gatlings, but they're just walking. He's gonna try to get the mass, but the village takes a covering. Oh my gosh, it takes a gatling, 2 gatlings and a heavy before the time he can even have a shot. The villagers alone, a great micro make from Kibble here. Look how he's using his villagers. I was talking about the villagers. I think he done this last game, and we haven't seen this in this tournament yet. But Kibble brings excellence here and uses the village to their maximum potential. And he's pretty much retraining them from the states and the manors. I keep the old names, but now they become states once you go send the terraced houses. But there is what it is, boys. We got Kibble as the winner of the Revolt Royale, the series versus person. I think it was a good sport. I think this probably was a hard matchup here versus, I think, probably one of the best revolts in this game. I think Canadian Revolt is so strong. We saw how Chosen also using the civilizations very well, but just Kibble brings the next level, and I think he's deserved this win.